Hello everyone, my name is Shen. Today I'm going to look at the book's pictures and going to make my own sentence. Book title is The ZACK Files. My grandma, Major League Slugger. So now let's start. This book has less pictures, so I'm going to show you the chapter and show you the whole entire story of the pages, and then I'll tell you the story about it. Chapter 1. There are a lot of things that have dumped Zack before, and two things dumped him the most. Number 1, outer space. That means how far out does it go, and how could it never end? And if it does end, then how does it end? And what's beyond the ending? Number 2, my grandma Leia. She's an 80-year-old lady with white hair. She's only 4'10". She knows nothing about baseball. So how could she hit a ball farther than Sammy Sosa or Mark McGuinn? My name is Zack. I'm a pretty normal kid, but weird things happen to me all the time and every day. And this time, I go to the Horsehead White School for boys. And this time, the weird thing happened to my grandma and me. As you can see, Zack was visiting his grandma Leo, with his dad, but Zack's dad is so busy writing a magazine for Mushroom World magazine. So Zack went alone. He went alone on the plane, and he ate lunch on the plane by himself. And when he went back, and then Grandma Leia picked Zack up, and when Zack came to the car and went to her apartment, Grandma Leia said, "Eat some lunch. I think you need some." Not just ate some lunch at the airport, but he has to eat some lunch. But he couldn't have a choice. He just ate some lunch. Then when Zack's grandma opened the box, she wondered what was inside. Then Zack found a kind of glove thingy, and there was a mini baseball on the end of it. Well, what's that keychain doing here, Grandma? Asked Zack. Well, when Grandpa Sam bought it at an auction, it belonged to a famous person in sports, Babe Ruth. Do you know the name? Of course I do. He's the famous baseball player of the Yankees. Oh. Well then, this little bag just looked comfortable. I should wear it on my necklace. She put it back on her necklace. Then there was a veil of blue gold mist, and then it surrounded Zack and Grandma Leia in like a rope, covering them. And then, Grandma Leia shook her head nervously to get the mist away, but she kept shaking her head, even though the mist is hard. Are you okay? Are you okay, Grandma? Asked Zack. Kinda, but I'm sorry, I have this weird feeling, just feel funny. And you know what I want to do now? And she said when she was rubbing She was rubbing her hands onto her eyes. Take a nap? Asked Zack. No. Go to the park and hit some baseball. Huh? Are you serious? Asked Zack. I am very, very serious. If you don't, I will be very angry. Zack has no competition. Then he just went to the park, and then when Zack threw an easy shot, Grandma Leia hit it for 300 miles per hour. 300 miles per hour, and leaped away from 300 miles. Weird. What's going on? A little came over me. If the baseball charm is magic. Zack did an experiment. He asked for Grandma Leia to have a try using it. When Zack swung it, when Grandma threw the ball and Zack hit it first, it was only 10 feet away. Then when Zack hit it another one, it was only 20 feet away. Then when it was third hit, it was 60 feet away. It wasn't magic at all. But it looked like it only worked on the Grandma Leia. Rats! But when Grandma Leia hit it another home run, the ball went into the lake of the water. And Zack is not gonna find the ball in the lake. And that's final. And at dinner, Grandma Leia cooked her famous chicken soup with a mussels bowl. Zack made a big fuss all about that batting. Then tomorrow they went to Grandma Leia decided tomorrow they would go to see the White Sox play the Boston Red Sox tomorrow. Well, all this weird stuff always happens to Zack, but it looks like it happens to Zack's grandma now. Weird. True. It was a beautiful sunny day. The kind where everything looks like it was clean and polished. To shield Grandma Leia's face, Grandma Leia wore a straw hat, and while Zack wore a really long hat forward and his baseball cap, and it was kind of sunny, but sometimes the sun just rose so high that it hit Zack's face, and he has to put it backwards now. And it was very, very hot. And then one day, he found an experiment to try for Grandma, but only in a game. Then the manager asked the pitcher to throw a ball, but he said no. He complained that no. But then his last chance, and he threw the ball, and then Grandma Leia dropped it, and then she got another ball. Coach, can you please get Grandma in? Please. All right. That night before bedtime, Zack asked to have a rubbing for the necklace. Grandma Leia gave Zack a necklace, and then when Zack was in his room, a glowing fog went into all covered his room. And then it came to a shape of a man. Mr. Roof? Zack called out, "Is that you?" "Yeah, kid. Sorry if I scared you. How's it going? Wow, said Zack. This is unbelievable. I can't tell you how I honor to see you. And to meet you, sir. I'm a really huge fan. Thanks, kid, he said. You seem like a real nice kid, and I like your grandma. I really too. She swings a pretty mean bat for a youngster. A youngster? I said. Grandma Leah is 88. Well, I'm 106, said Babe Ruth. And she is a youngster to me. Oh, that. And what else do you need? I need your grandma to play for the game tomorrow. Why? Well, here's this. I used to play for the White Sox team in Chicago. But then the Red Sox sold me to the Yankees in New York. That's how I play in New York. Oh. And the White Sox never got a home run. Really? So you want my grandma to win this game for this year? Asked Zack. Yes. Well, yes and no. The yes means that yes she has to, and the no means she won't have after this game. Oh. Zack. And this will be the last game. If they get a baseball home run, they will win. To the 4. The next day, Grandma Leah was at a pitcher's field when everyone was nice to Grandma Leah, and they gave her a t-shirt on the number of 88 for her age. And then, when it was Grandma's turn, when it was time, Grandma didn't attack, but the 4th time she batted, ran to first base, to second base, to third base, back to home base, before the ball could come back to her. Even someone just jumps 4 feet tall, the ball was soared 5 feet tall. And then Grandma Leah won! And it was really good. So, and then the next day, it was time for Zack to leave. And Grandma told Zack whispered to Zack that she vowed that baseball is a pretty boring game, and she would never wanted the team to carry her up onto the place of the winner's announcement. And she said that Zack could take that mini bat singing again to New York. So this is the end of the story, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!